For more, let's cross to London. Leila Simona Talani is director of the Centre for Italian Politics at King's College. They're the author of The International Political Economy of Migration in the Globalization Era. Thank you for speaking with us here on France 24.
Hi, thanks.
This story is not going away for the time being. The Italian press has been combing over Gerald Darmanin's personality and the fact that it was on his watch that there was that trouble at the Champions League final, and now this spat with Italy. What's your reaction?
Well, the reaction is this is clearly one of those fights that the right-wing governments have to maintain their position vis-a-vis migration. So if you're a sovereign party that is particularly in favor of national sovereignty, is not keen on admitting that there is a problem with migration. I think this is what is happening. And so they will never give up because they think the problem, they're trying to cover the existence of a problem, according to me.
Are you surprised that Emmanuel Macron's government has an interior minister that engages in this kind of rhetoric?
But this is a pretty normal thing, as always happens. I think also Macron doesn't have a particularly open border policy with respect to migration. So if both countries want to keep migrants away, this is exactly what will be happening.
At one point in the interview, that clip we heard, Darmanin calls Giorgia Meloni a friend of Madame Le Pen. Can you fact check that for us, please?
I think this is a correct statement. I think they are friends. They come from exactly the same political sides. They've been friends before. They never denied it. So obviously they have a very good relationship. So I think it's correct what he says.
But they're not in the same parliamentary, vying to be in the same parliamentary bloc at the European Parliament. Le Pen closer to Matteo Salvini.
Yes, but they still are very similar. I would actually say that this is maybe Miss Meloni is closer to Le Pen than to Salvini from many points of view, and definitely it's on the right wing spectrum of the political arena. So they have many things in common, and definitely their position towards migration is very, very similar. So they're pretty much against any form of migration, particularly if it is migration from the Middle East, so Islamic migration.
Is this all going to blow over? This trip that had been planned by the foreign minister was in preparation for Meloni to come to Paris.
From what I heard, at the moment it's not going, but they are considering any statement by the French authorities, and they are trying to find a way to limit the damage, I would say. So if there are enough statements of excuses on the side of the French, they will finally then settle the issue and possibly re-establish a relationship as before. Because good relationship between France and Italy are absolutely necessary, both for Italy and for France. And so I do think that this crisis will be over. But for the moment, they are, keeping the hard line, in particular to show that Italy is a nation. So this whole rhetoric about being a nation proud of itself and, not abiding to any other nation. So I think it will, for the moment, it's like this, but they will consider any kind of excuses coming from France enough, or apologies coming from France enough to stop the crisis.
All right, no excuse yet from the Interior Minister himself. Leila Simona Talani, many thanks for joining us there from London.
Thank you so much. Bye.